Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Major LS-39-25 package of machine screws. That's what this is. This video is about a pack of screws, but it's also about why these screws may be important, where you may end up using these, and why it's nice to have them. So it's a 1032 screw. It's a number 10 body diameter and then 32 threads per inch. The length of this flathead screw, which is the overall on a flathead, they're 15 30 seconds. They're just shy of half of an inch. That's going to be a number 2 Phillips that's going to be there. Okay. In terms of the drive, but this has a number 8 head, but with a 1032 body size. Now, why is that the case? Well, there's going to be instances where you simply are attaching something, and in architectural hardware, it's very common to have unusual combinations of body type and head type. Let's talk more about that in a moment. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. An instance where you would have that unusual combination I can think of would be a crash chain. Pieces of hardware like that, or surface bolts, or flush bolts for that matter, they really won't take the full-size head, meaning a number 10 flathead it will fit down in the hole, but the area that's been prepped for the countersunk feature of the flathead machine screw isn't large enough itself, and it's because the hardware, the piece of hardware that you're actually putting the fastener through, may not be adequate in size to take a full-size head. So it's not unusual to have a body size of this and a head size of this that don't normally go together. And a very common, a more common application of that would be hinges. You might have hinges, and that far more common occurrence would be when you have a hinge, let's say a 4.5 inch hinge. Those take number 12 screws. They take number 12 flat undercut head screws, and let's say you've got a stripped hole or a hole that's been damaged, and what you really need to solve the problem is a larger diameter body. So they do make size 4, Major does supply size 14 body screws with a number 12 head. So that's far more common. When you buy one, you're buying a package of 25. Why you would want these? Well, sooner or later, you're going to need a specialty screw like this. Most absolutely, if you work in door hardware, you'll want to put this in your truck, in your plastic slide-out bin, however you do it. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here is the item that we are looking at. LS-39-25, machine screw for steel doors and frames. Zinc-plated, 25 per pack. Not much else to say about that, except it's a number 8 Phillips flathead, but the body is 1032. Stripped hole to make a 1032 a quick repair. Sold as a pack when you buy one. We'll send you 25 pieces in a package. The product brochure link is here. And this is handy because it will allow you to review replacement screws from Major. So we're dealing with the LS-39-25. And here they are. You can do it in either zinc or black, pack of 25 or a pack of 100. You can see those wood screws I mentioned, or the number 14 body screws to the number 12 Phillips head here. Self-drilling screws, thread cutting, that's what that notch is, a thread cutting machine screw. Assortment packages of repair screws. What's nice about this is it gets you going, and then as you need to refill, you'll have the part number for the refill here. So pretty helpful. I don't do a lot of field work, but I own probably both of the assortments would be my guess. It's extremely it's a lot more money to drive to the local home improvement store to get the wrong screw just to finish the job than it is to have one of these. You only need to bump into that a couple of times. Now, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page as seen here. Before we take a look at that, let's take a look at the images that I have of the LS39. The label, the packaging, okay. Now, that link here to the manufacturer's page, that's handy because it will allow you to review not only all of the major products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog here, and I would absolutely recommend reviewing it. If you are out in the field ever working on, you might be a building engineer for a hotel, you might be on the council at the church, and you have a background in being handy, or you are a locksmith, and any person in between. If you ever have to face the sometimes difficult world of repairing door hardware, the major catalog will be something at least worthy of scrolling through one time to make mental notes. For instance, padlocks, surface bolts that you can padlock. You just found them. Those are nice. Key traps, most people don't bump into having to supply a key trap. That means you require 2 keys in order to get that open. These are plates for protecting the head of cylinders, usually rim cylinders. Could be a mortise cylinder though, if that made sense. More latch protectors, custom strikes, jam brackets. We get down about halfway through the catalog and we're going to start to see their lock installation aids. These are tools or fixtures, templates, jigs that allow you to perform the drilling and preparing of doors for function holes for a variety of locks. A very comprehensive offering here. This might be also extremely boring for you to scroll through if you have literally never any need for it, but if you're a locksmith and you're out there adding an electric strike to someone's aluminum frame, you're going to be grateful to know that this catalog exists. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. In conclusion, the name Major is quite synonymous with all of those installation aids and replacement pieces of hardware, security hardware, bits and bobs, odds and ends, and things of that nature. Usually when it comes to prepping doors for locks and the associated components underneath locks, there's in many instances more than one way to get to the finished result. So if you're not exactly sure how best to go about doing a job, reach out to us and we'll work with you to find out not only what might be the best tool to buy today, but one that might serve your needs in the future as well, meaning selecting a modular design rather than a one-time fixed tool. That's all it does. So we can talk about that stuff. And if we don't have the answer or can't pull it out of our magic hat, the people over at Major are 100% of the time extremely helpful. Any questions on the L-39-25 package of 25 screws or any other Major product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.